Bryce Harper is quietly having yet another MVP caliber season. I mean, the dude is on fire right now and he is showing no signs of slowing down. Now, before the season, I was a big believer in Harper. It was pretty much a toss-up between Corey Seager and Harper as to who I was going to predict for the NL MVP. I did end up picking Corey Seager, but Harper was a very close second. And to be honest, Harper did not play the best to start the season. But ever since the All-Star break, this guy is playing like an MVP. So far this year in 90 games, Harper is hitting .302. He has 64 runs scored, 19 home runs, 44 driven in, and 12 stolen bases. And to go along with that, he has a .976 OPS and a 3.3 WAR. Now, if you ask me on the numbers alone that Harper is the NL MVP right now, I probably wouldn't pick him just because you have guys like Fernando Tatis Jr. who is injured right now, but if he comes back, he is most likely going to be the favorite. And you also have other guys like Max Muncy, even some pitchers that could be in the running for the MVP. So there's really a lot of competition out there, and Harper's numbers necessarily aren't the best, but they're pretty damn good. And if you ask me right now, if Tatis doesn't come back anytime soon, I think Harper has to be the favorite to win this award. Now, Tatis has been looking good in his rehab, which obviously you love to hear. I want the guy back on the field as soon as possible. And in my opinion, this guy is the most exciting player in baseball. I love watching him, but if he is out for an extended period of time, I just think it's Harper's award to lose. In my opinion, you could really make a case for other guys if the Phillies don't end up making the playoffs and they do collapse a little bit at the end. But if they finish in first place and Harper continues to play like he does, obviously he's going to be a huge part of the Phillies eventually making the playoffs if that is the case. So I think if they win the NL East, I think Harper has to be the MVP if his numbers are anywhere near what they are right now. Now, obviously, as I mentioned before, he has some stiff competition with guys like Jesse Winker, Max Muncy having one of the best seasons of his career. I believe he's leading the National League in WAR right now. You have Jacob deGrom, obviously probably not in Canada at this point because he's been out for so long, but in my opinion, before the injury, this guy was the National League MVP, but he's probably not in the running anymore because of that injury. But you also have Freddie Freeman, who has to be in the conversation. A lot of candidates out there in the National League, and it's going to be tough for Harper to win this award if Fernando Tatis Jr. does come back in a couple days and he's fully healthy. But if that's not the case, Harper has a great shot here. And I'm personally rooting for Harper to get this award if it's not Tatis. I'd love to see Tatis come back and win this award. But if he doesn't come back, I would love to see Harper win it just because I predicted the Phillies to have a huge season this year and I had them making the playoffs and making a deep run. So I'm kind of just voting for the Phillies at this point. I like the team. I like the players around Harper. I like Rhys Hoskins. Zach Wheeler's having a Cy Young caliber season. There's just a lot of talent there, and I would love to see them make the postseason with Harper simply just putting them on their back. It would just be a lot of fun to watch, just seeing Harper lead them to the postseason and hopefully beyond into the National League Championship Series, maybe even the World Series. But obviously the big question with Harper, as it is with every other candidate, is how they're going to play down the road towards September. And I really do believe Harper is going to keep this up. He did have an IL stint earlier in the season where he had an injury that kept him out for a little bit. At that time, he had some lingering injuries, but now he seems to be fully healthy. And obviously Harper is one of the most talented players in the game when healthy, and he looks healthy right now, so I don't see him slowing down anytime soon. One thing I also haven't mentioned, I have Harper on my fantasy baseball team, so another reason why I'm really rooting for him to keep up this play down the road. But in all seriousness, like I said, Harper does have some stiff competition here down the road, but I think he's going to keep up this hot play and ride into September. And I think if Tatis doesn't come back, that's a big if, because if he comes back, I think he is the MVP. But if he does not come back, I think Harper's going to run and take this National League MVP award. And really, you can't argue that Harper is going to slow down here down the stretch because he, throughout his career, has just been a very productive player. Obviously, he was one of the most hyped up prospects we've seen in recent memory. So if this guy's healthy and on the field in the middle of the Phillies lineup, he is going to be producing. But anyways, that is going to wrap today's video up. Wanted to get a video out on Bryce Harper because just been seeing a lot of people all over Twitter mentioning Bryce Harper for the MVP. And in my opinion, he really is one of the top candidates right now. But if you guys do enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button. Post plenty of baseball over here. So If you do love baseball and you're a baseball fan, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I want to thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.